I've just given him his feed on the creance, but I've just given him a little bit of extra, but it's bone. I think it was the front leg of a rabbit. There's hardly any meat on it, but it's just going to keep him occupied for a while. I'm hoping that he won't separate that joint, and he's just going to pull the sinew for quite a while and pick at it. He's had his feed on the creance, but this is just going to keep him busy. But if he separates that joint just there, then that bone there, the smaller one, he can swallow, and if he separates the lower joint, he will even swallow the longer one. But his weight's coming down, he's started mantling a bit now. You want to do a few hop-ups, mate? How are you, Woody? You good? You've got lovely feathers, haven't you, mate? We're getting ready for getting out free now. He's still not quite low enough, but I'm going to get him doing short flights. Instead of trying to do long ones, I'm going to do short, steeper flight, just to wake his muscles up and get him going again on that one. But of course he hasn't been on this perch much, so usually if something's different, it does affect him. I'm just going to remove this one, because if he sees that one, he might try and bait over to it. And the dog's a little bit closer to him now, so he can have a little sniff of the hawk. Is that your mate, Chewy? Is that your mate? Hey, you waiting to go out with him? Hey, won't be long, won't be long. So I'm going to try him on just 5 short steep hop-ups rather than across the garden. So my hope is he'll be a little bit keener because it's close, but he'll have to work a little bit harder because he's got a bit of a steeper flight. He's a little bit edgy down here because it's different. So I reckon I'll try and get him up this high. So I'm just going to wrap that around my little finger. If he does go over anywhere else, I can bring him down. Let's have a look. Good. Sometimes takes a little bit getting him going because he's still not low enough in weight yet. Lower. He wants to do a low flight, but he doesn't want to do a high flight. Too much effort. Chew, it's bell time. Sit down, mate. You remember that? Yeah, you do. In the brambles, probably. So telemetry, stick, boots, hawk, and I need a dog. Coming out with the hawk. Come on then. It's tail clipping yet, so I'm just going to put this telemetry on the anklet temporary. So we haven't been in here since last season. I'll just put the box in. Hopefully he'll just go straight into that. That's what I'm hoping. Yes, he ain't forgot that, has he? Stay there. You ready, mate? Let's go. Well, Woody's up in the tree. Dog's in. I presume my hawk is up there now. Can't see it, but going by the environment and the birds, being a bit mobbed up there, I reckon. So I'm going to move down this way. There's too much cover on the trees really, but I'm sure he can see down. You see a lot of rabbits have been in here, standing on that log. Sit down, mate. I can't see him, but I'm going to try and get him down now because he's not right. He needs to be a bit lower. Well, he's not coming down to a chick, so I'm going to try and lure him down. He's definitely not right. If he comes down to the lure, I'll throw a chick. Hopefully he'll jump onto that. Just drag this lure under the tree I think he's in. Well, I've got him back. He came down from up top of that tree. Probably took 50 minutes. So I'm going to take him home now. And he's not quite low enough when we're out. But that's okay. He came back. He's been on free flight, but didn't achieve catching any rabbits for him, but we're doing okay. I was getting a bit worried. I knew he would come back, but it's just a case of when. My battery's died on my GoPro, so I'm just using my phone. Hopefully this little clip will be okay. Shall we go home, Woody? Let's go home. It's the next day now. I've waited right to the end of the day and he looks keen, and I'm going to take him to a little spot where it's an isolated few trees. There was rabbits there last year, and we'll see how we get on today. Second day into it, but it's the first day I've seen him start calling like that. So I've got a feeling we're going to be okay, as in returning, getting him returning, but it'd be great if we can get a rabbit. So I think we've got about an hour of light left, so let's get cracking. Alright Woody, you're not going to mess me about today, are you mate? Quick wait. Little bit of a trek. Fingers crossed. There's always hope, and every time I come out I have that feeling of hope. Like if you're a fisherman and you go fishing, that same sort of feeling. Always think you're going to catch, sometimes you don't. So we got high hopes today. You've seen a dog. Don't like a dog, do you mate? Don't worry, I haven't brought my dog out today, Chewy, because we're going to this little island of trees. He's gone, and I don't want problems with the dog as well as the hawk. And the little area that we're going, I'm going to be his flush. So I'll got my stick, my lucky stick. See what we can do. See how low the sun's getting now. So the hawk should be keen. When I say keen, I'm thinking more keen to come back to me fist. Okay, we're here. So this is a ring of trees, and in there I know there are rabbit. I'm gonna have to climb through there, but I'm hoping Woody's gonna go up in that tree there. It's late, getting late now, there's lights going down. He wants feeding, so I'm hoping that I'll be able to call him out these trees quite easy. Go on then. That's the longest he's flown for a while. Seems like it's gone from there, and I think I can see him over there. Dog coming, I'm just going to bang his hood on a minute. Just walked past someone with a dog, and the hawk was quiet as a mouse. It's a beautiful evening, bit of a breeze, but it's lovely. Well, that little plan did work, but there was no rabbits. There's some down there. I'll let him off and see if he can find any. Hoping he's going to start following on again once he realises I'm flushing, but I don't want him going the other way. I would never have done this with him on the first season, because you can lose them, but I know this hawk and I know what he does, I know his character. He's looking down in this lot here because he knows there's rabbits in there. he'd rather catch a rabbit at this weight, some big meal, rather than just fly for these little bits. Although he's not down in weight yet properly, what I'm going to do tonight is give him a little bit more. His weight will come up a touch tomorrow, and then tomorrow late afternoon I'll do a little bit of free flight in the garden, so he's still come to me all right in the garden because there's no distraction. But on the creance is one thing, when you're out with all these trees and possible rabbit, then you realise that their weight needs to come down. But it's a slow adjustment, and that's what we do all through the year. He catches, he feeds up, we fly, we reduce the weight if he doesn't catch again. So this is just sort of a natural cycle of a hawk, really. Catching, not catching. But I'm going to let him go one more time in these trees. Hungry enough to come over. He's hoping he's going to get a rabbit. I may have seen something. This is what happens when their weight is a little bit up. You end up chasing them a little bit, but as soon as their weight's right, they will follow on lovely. Behind them trees is another rabbit spot, and obviously if one's up there now, I'll have to run round there. It looked like a dive on something there. There he is. Surprised we haven't seen a rabbit. This is not what I had in mind, but it's okay. Always make sure I've got nothing else to do, so if I do have to spend a lot of time getting him back, that's okay. But normally he's faster than this. I'll get in front of him. He's just being optimistic. That's it. Let's go home. At the end of the last video, I set myself a little challenge to get the hawk for free flight and catch a rabbit. Well, we've had 2 days at it. He's at free flight, but no rabbit. Still not all lost. He's off the creance, as I said before, if not a little heavy. But as the week goes on, and I'll see him flying and see what he's doing, because I do this 7 days a week, I can finally adjust him as we go, and in the end he'll be following on lovely. But at the moment it's still a bit trial and error, really. Good night, Woody. See you tomorrow.